Thank you so much for your comment, buddy. You were kind of disappointed within the content of the video, despite of the title within the thumbnail. When you're saying title, I'm guessing you mean what's standing inside the thumbnail and not the actual title of the video, because the actual title of the video is Social Media Burnout, We Need to Talk. And that was pretty much what the video was about. But if you want to take from me regarding where the music industry is actually going, I can't give you any predictions. I can only give you thoughts. I can only give you stirrings. Like Jack Sparrow would have said it. I think within 10 years that live shows will be dead. Like, gone. Non-existent. Or at least in some form of Live Nation monopoly game. Like smaller concerts won't get funding anymore. They won't have the ability to sell tickets anymore, and they will be broke and shut down. Live Nation will have full monopoly, and because of the law, monopoly is illegal, and they will have legal problems, so that will shut down as well. People will be more and more caught up in social media, and especially apps like TikTok and Instagram. Maybe it will come back one day. YouTube is definitely making a comeback somehow with these shorts and stuff. People's attention will be more there. That's a good thing and a bad thing in many ways, really, because back in, I don't know if you guys remember COVID. The COVID days. Some musicians, including myself, went on Twitch and played live shows, and we were able to sell tickets to that. And we actually made more profit there than we ever did at a live show. Let that sink in. With that in mind, I think that touring, especially also, not just with the money problem within that, but also with climate change will be a problem, especially for US artists to come to Europe and back and forth and vice versa, and nobody seems to really be talking about it. We are getting more and more rough weather out there, so cancellations incoming. But that's just me and my speculations for the live shows. We also have streaming services, especially like Spotify. I think that platform will be its own demise with its special little snowflakey decisions. You need 1,000 streams to even start earning money. Okay, you're not earning that much to begin with, and they're rolling out one of these. Well, if you want to be able to use the pre-save feature, you need I think it was like 1,000 listeners, and they're like keeping like, this is not Boy Scout, this is music. If I wanted to earn a medal for my achievements, I would start Boy Scouting. With more and more RSPs unsatisfied with the business model of Spotify, I think that platform will have its own demise if it's not changing. And physical sales will come back. And speaking of physical sales, you can get the Kenio merch in the link down below. I think sponsorships will be more of a thing among artists, as artists are now beginning to act like influencers because we don't really have a choice with the social media explosion that is going on. We can't get around it. It's the only way we really have to market ourselves for free for now. Eventually, I think social media will find a way to profit out of artists as well. Like, I don't know, setting a business account for artists. I don't know. Home studio recordings, I think, will be done again. Like, I think they're gonna go full circle. We'll find out that people are getting way too lazy to even start doing home recordings and doing the mixing process, production, learning all of these things. They have this idea that buying like expensive equipment, putting it into their laptop or whatever, and start recording, and it still sounds bad, and they're kind of shocked. Why does it sound bad? Well, because you don't have the training, you don't have any experience with these things yet, you haven't really done the research, and you haven't created at least 200 songs in your repertoire yet. So people are getting lazy, and they will stop doing it, and they will either find some guy on Fiverr, or they will, I don't know, go back to the good old times where we went to a studio with a producer and a technician and all that stuff. And will albums still be a thing? Yes and no. I think albums is a great way to actually start off your catalog process, because I'm not just an artist, I'm also a music manager, and I manage artists here in Denmark and help them with the career. And the one thing that we kind of have to deal with sometimes is a booker can only see the catalog you got on, for example, Spotify. If you only had 2 singles, but you're saying, I can play for 45 minutes, but we can only see the 2 singles, mate. We don't know if you're lying. We don't know if the rest of the material is good or not. We have no clue. So starting off with an album to get the catalog going is actually a great strategy. But after that, singles may just be the way forward, and that's totally acceptable. If you have a process where you want to tell a story with your music, or with your art in general, albums or EPs are still a good thing. Like, you can just roll them out one at a time. Put them all together when you're done releasing the last one. Independents versus record companies. Who will win? I'm guessing neither. Because there's pros and cons with everything. With independent music, you own everything. You can make your own decisions, and you get all of the revenue, and you kind of have to do all the networking work on the side. So you have to, if you want to be an independent musician, you kind of have to dedicate not just 12 hours of work into your music a day, but also have to kind of put 12 hours of all the boring stuff, like networking and learning about marketing strategies, editing videos like this one. There just are a lot you need to learn, and again, people want results now. They want to be famous now. They want to go viral now. So I think they're gonna be like, oh, this is too hard. It's too... Oh, there's so much work in this. I just want to be signed to labels and they can do all the work for me. The problem is labels don't work like that. Labels don't sign artists anymore. I don't think they ever did. Signs your audience. That's what they're interested in. They're not interested in you. They're not interested in whatever results you may or may not achieve. It's a hard pill to swallow, I know. Labels, managers, bookers, everyone within this industry are not interested in you as a musician. We're interested in your audience. Can you sell tickets? Will people listen to your music? Will they, I don't know, buy your merch? All that stuff. Because that's where the money is. We're not signing you because you're a funny person or good chemistry to be around. We don't really care. And that's the hard truth. And some of my clients may see this and be like, but don't you sign me because you like me? Oh, I like you now. I'm just kidding. Of course I like you guys. So when I'm scouting for other artists, will I see potential and sign them today? I'm going to be, no, not necessarily. I will be interested in learning more about the artist and see if in the future they will sell more. That may or may not be a trigger for me to actually hand them the papers and pen. And that is sadly also the truth with other labels, other managers. It's a hard pill to swallow. You may or may not like me for this, but it's the truth, guys. It's the truth. So will labels survive in the future? Of course they will. Unless they... Well, labels are always changing their strategy depending on how the market actually evolves, and they're still doing it. We've heard stories about major labels doing major layoffs and still not seeing a profit, but that's because they're actually challenging the entire world right now. Independence has never been easier. It has been a competitive market again, and it hasn't been that for decades. That is a scary factor, but it's also kind of forcing the label's hands to change, to make new decisions and seeing the world differently, and I think that's a very positive thing. Of course, they will do that. I know people within the major labels who are actually in the process of doing that right now, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen. So yeah, where is the music industry going? I have no clue. This is only speculations, it's stirrings, it's thoughts. I can't give you a conclusion, and nobody can, because things are changing from day to day. You wake up tomorrow, something else has gone viral, and it's a crazy world, man. It's a crazy world. So I hope you found this video more informative in case of what you were looking for. If you have decided not to check out my channel anymore anyways, and you haven't seen that I did this video for you, well, I guess it was fun for somebody else to watch. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.